Hello everyone, this is Heroes Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our Black Myth Wukong Let's Play. So I backtracked all the way back to this giant pagoda that we didn't check out the first time. And since we're so far ahead, I figured we'd come back here and check out what's hiding behind that frosty looking door. It would be amazing if this is actually the entrance to the final boss fight, which I don't think it is. Go forward. Okay. We just tap it and go into the pagoda? I'm a little concerned. I don't know what we signed up for. This feels very much like a boss fight, but oh wow. That's the end chapter murals. That's the first chapter 1. That's the second chapter 1. And then blanks. We have ourselves a shrine, and these shrines have location names. So let's see where we are at. We're back in the Pagoda Tower. The Pagoda Realm. I can't imagine this being the final boss fight. So let's explore a little bit. We hear Buddhist mantra chanting in the background, and I wonder if these paintings will increase after we complete each chapter. Yeah, that's chapter 1. Chapter 2. I guess this is where our story will go after we beat chapter 3. There are 7 murals. The one in the center, I'm guessing, will unlock once we complete the last chapter. This one will probably be saved until the very end. So I'm guessing chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6. Very interesting location. But I don't think there's much for us to do right now. Perhaps we come back to this location after we complete all 6 chapters. And whatever unlocks in the middle there is why we would be here. Well, it's good to know. And we can simply just go back to where we last left off and pick up the quest line for the fox. This seemingly random end cinematic following the end of chapter 2. As that story did not really relate to anything that happened at the Yellow Wind Ridge. We can interact with this body here. As you can see, that fox pelt around his neck. Stay and listen. The fox is speaking to us. I was the fox that was meditating in the mountain, trying to become a human. But that day when I went out to seek for food, I fall into a trap by the hunters. A scholar came to rescue me, brought me home to heal. I couldn't move, and I was, thankful for being rescued. I thought once I fully recover, I can help him, win out his, basically succeed with his scholar test. Unfortunately, he had a dream, and he killed me when he woke up. And now the fox spirit remains. She's been searching. He's joined the temple here in the Lesser Thunder Temple. So he's a disciple of Yellowbrow now, the scholar. Take a hair, transform into the fox, and go see him to clear her questions. We also got a pen. So basically we're bringing her to see that scholar. Pretty much every single stage, well, not every single stage, has one of these temporary transformations. The golden cicada in chapter 1. The bat that we transform into earlier in this chapter. I don't think there was any transformation in chapter 2. I'm not a huge fan of bypassing stuff, but if this is just for her interaction with that scholar, I'm okay for that, and we'll just come back and check out these areas later. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's another bat. A regular bat, though. We're looking for the actual temple building. Ooh, there's a Wolf Guardian 2 on top. Temple protectors. Makes sense. I guess we get to kind of scout ahead. Oh, wow, that's a big one. I actually don't know which way. Is he recognizing us? Do I need to run faster? Oh yeah, he knows. He knows. He's throwing stuff. So far, I haven't seen an actual building. Ooh. 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 Speaking to us, but we're just gonna run past you. He was the one by the door here. I'm pretty sure we can just run away. We're quite agile. This is a huge map. He's still chasing, I hear him, but if I just keep moving... Ooh! Okay, this is safe to jump. And no fall damage, apparently. We are very, very, very lost. But another one of those monk that attacked earlier. Another shrine. Sound alarm, someone's here. Well, the stamina bar on this fox is massive. And we're literally just running through this giant map. We've already seen 2 shrines? Don't see any buildings. It would be a miracle if I can find who she's looking for just running around like this. Piandian usually means like a building off to the side. So if you walk into a traditional temple, like there will be a main hall facing directly in front of you, but then there will be like side entrances on the left and right. He's in one of those, except I haven't even found the main temple structure yet. Ooh, the frog of this stage. We are bumping into a lot of cool stuff. There is a frog or toad in every stage. We ran right back to the main entrance. Maybe it's off to the side here? Oh, finally some buildings, so maybe. Getting chased. We broke some statues, or he broke some statues, and we're... Ooh, what is this? Can I get through? Nope. They don't like little animals here. Another shrine. Ow! He hit us. Okay. That ends our little gimmick. But he's not after us, so let me just grab this. I guess we'll take it slow and search the area. She will still be triggered when we do find it, so we don't have to go meet her scholar in our fox form. I don't think that's a problem. Alright, still nothing new to buy, but we have some stuff to sell. That's definitely a new enemy type. And here I thought we were near the end of the stage. Little did I know how massive this stage is. And it's like super open space too. Okay, another enemy on that side. I feel like we should just actually go back to the beginning and kind of make sure we cover every area. So we want to fight our way back through the bridge here. He seems to be a spell user. Fragile spell user. Why would this one be... Oh, it's the giant thing we saw. No name, but we saw it. And it's just a regular minions, not a elite even? This one's Lei Zhanglao, Elder of the Thunder. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's the Thunder Temple. At the same time that the Yaksha kingdom was destroyed, there was also the Luosha. Luosha are called Rakshasas. It's another Sanskrit term. They're kind of similar. They're all part of a group called Tianlong Babu, or the 8 tribes of the dragon in Chinese. And they're all from Indian folklore. And these two tribes are semi-related. And they're all basically tribes of evil, or kind of have some negative connotations, like evil wandering spirits. They're seen as enemies to the Buddhist believers, and they get attacked and get wiped as part of like Buddhism cleansing out the evil spirits. And we already read some stories of how the Yaksha kingdom have been destroyed. And now it seems like it's mentioning that this Reksha, or Luosha, is also getting destroyed at the same time because they are semi-related to the Yaksha. And this particular lightning elder is a descendant of the Raksha people. And they have followed their tribe here, following after the Raksha girl, which could be seen as like one of the female nobilities, and this one in particular refers to the wife of the bull demon king. So Niumo Wang's wife is a Raksha, and that's part of the story in the original novel as well. She's the Iron Fan lady. She has the Iron Fan, which is basically a version of the Ba Jiao Shan. We already fought the bird with that fan that can summon the frosty wind. Her fan is very useful for the original journey in passing through an area that was basically so hot that the ground was on fire, and you had to use her fan to fan out those flames so you can continue the journey. And that's where she and her husband, Niumo Wang, or the Bull Demon King, resided in. So after she departed her, I guess she's a survivor of kind of their race getting wiped back in the West, or in the India region where Buddhism is being referred to here, and she has escaped east. She met a master, and she's learning the ways of both Buddhism and Taoism. Okay. And he's also kind of so he's a fellow refugee. But he doesn't like this dual cultivation system. He doesn't want to learn both. So instead, he heard from the yakshas, because there's a lot of yaksha slaves and refugees we fought that are also here, that there is this Buddhist school here in the lesser Western world. So that's why he came here. And he found that the practitioners here are quite different from what he typically thinks of, Buddhist practitioners. And even though he's just sort of an outside disciple, so outside disciple are basically disciples that are not following closely, like adhering to the faith of the particular sect. It's a common language used for martial art novels. Essentially, if you're like an inner disciple, you're treated like almost family. You're taught well, resources are given to you to help you learn. If you're an outer disciple, you're sort of just, I guess the best term would be like a very distant apprentice to the sect. They still teach you, but they don't really commit a lot of resources to you. But despite this, he is very obedient and respectful to his master, which I guess would be the Yellowbrow here. And he follows all the rules, and he hopes to reach enlightenment. And he tries very hard to defend the temple. And if anyone comes to disturb the peace, he summons lightning and thunder to, destroy the troublemaker. And they're seen as very respectful, as in like people respect them, but also people find them troublesome because they defend the temple so faithfully, like zealously, I guess. I guess we'll just grab the will. I don't think it's going to be a problem. We're not going to be short on gourds. I think we came down this way. But man, are there a lot of diversion path here. I think we just go back. Also, the item that we picked up. We can use this to transform back into the fox. So I guess when we do find the actual location, we can use this. It's funny how it's the fox fur being made into a brush, which is like a calligraphy brush, something that, the scholars would use. Even though the scholar wronged her. Actually, I don't remember if I come down this slope or I came from over here. He woke up ahead of time. Oh, is this where we bump into the toad? Not quite. Another one of the thunder elders over there. They are fragile. I guess it's an old man after all. Might be a Raksha, but still quite old. There's a bat up ahead. Alright, calm down, I see you. I think we went the wrong way, or else we would have made it back to the beginning area. Well, there's a pagoda, and another thunder elder. I think 2 nodes is all it takes to kill him. He also has a pretty long wind-up for his spell. He's gonna launch a snowball. Alright, down he goes. There are a lot of random will just floating in the air around here. Now, did we grab that shrine? As you can probably guess from that statement, we are super lost here. Ooh. I think I know who that is, who has his arm tied over there. We found ourselves another one of the disciples. I think that one is Batia's counterpart. Or not capable, I guess? Or not able? Maybe it's not capable, maybe they're just translating to able. 不能. Alright, since we already met him, we might as well just fight him. I don't think there's a right order to things. Well, technically, if we go from like 4 to 3, we should find Wukong first, but... I don't think we have a good enough grasp of the map to do that. Looks like he's done something wrong and has been sent here to kind of think about his mistake. Right in front of a pagoda as well. Makes sense. Do I get a free hit because of this? Yep, well no. I guess he kicks. Ooh. Kinda low on stamina. He chains the kick really well. Ow, ow. Couldn't heal there. He's almost dead. Oh, he knocked us out of the animation. Okay. Let me just hit you then. I almost want to see him do more things, because it feels quite simple so far. Are you not going to untie yourself? I mean, even with that, you're pretty limited. Oh, maybe there's a phase 2. Okay. Now we're in business. Ooh. Kind of like Jin Shi's moveset with the forward palm. Ooh. Well, best use our transformation. Looks like you burn. Ow. Ooh, something big. Alright, we blocked it. And might as well use damage resistance as well. There we go. He did have a phase 2, but still pretty straightforward, just puncher. I like this type of bosses. No sneaking around and just like fly into the air, no opening for us to attack. This is much more straightforward. Alright, let's check out the backstory on 不能. Our 师兄, the second disciple, is skilled with his fist. I guess martial arts in general, but 拳法 would be like the fist style. No one can match him. One day, Yellowbrow comes to him and wants to teach him some spells. But he says, I believe my fist is enough to defeat all enemies. There's no need for me to use spells. The Yellowbrow hears this and laughs. Your straightforward style is your weakness. You don't know how to, add a little trickery, add a little change, and this restricts yourself. How can you take another step forward in terms of your skills by restricting yourself like this? But 不能 says, or I guess I'm going to translate as non-able. I think that's the right one that they're using. But I believe if I use a method that I don't agree with to gain victory, then even if I win, 面子上说呢. Okay, so even though I kind of is able to save face, within my heart, I feel like it's not. I want to use the Chinese. Basically, this is a pun where they use his name of Abel, but it's kind of hard to do in English. Essentially, saying that yeah, it looks good that I won, but deep down inside, I will not feel good because I used a way that I don't approve of. So Yellowbrow asks, so you don't approve of your master's way, right? My way of teaching you some spells, thinking that this is better for you. He says, yes, my master, you always use sort of trickery, using the shortcuts. In my opinion, this is not the path to Buddhahood. It looks like you're able or capable, right? Another pun on his name, in terms of everything you do, right? You're capable with everything because you take so many shortcuts. It looks like you're strong. But in reality, you're actually not able to do anything. After Yellowbrow hears this, he laughs, orders, I guess, the other disciples to tie up his hands and put him outside of the stone wall to sit there and think about what he did wrong. So that's why we find him here tied up. In Yellowbrow's mind, he thinks that after he kneels here for a couple days, he's going to let go of his stubbornness. But unfortunately, he's extremely stubborn, and even till today, he's not willing to admit that he was wrong. Okay. I don't hate him. Compared to the crazy non-white that we fought, I can accept his story. Another question mark. Oh, we bumped into him because we didn't fight him, right? Because we saw these and we didn't actually fight them. We were in fox form. What's his spirit gonna do? Wait, what? That's not a very clear video of what we do here. So depending on what light attack combos, like whichever, there's 5 hits on a light attack combo. Depending on which hit we interrupt when we use the transform, he will use a different move. But it's going to be like a martial art move. So that's why the animation doesn't show us everything. But basically he'll do it. So basically he has maybe up to 4 moves, I guess. First hit, right? The 5th hit, it would just be the end of the combo. Slight increase to attack, slight increase to crit chance, crit damage, but we lose massive amount of mana. Okay, so 50, you can see on stats. We lose 50 points of mana. The 30 point defense is because currently we have 30 points from the big head. We get 2% crit chance, 4% crit damage, 5 points of attack damage. And I guess these numbers will go up as we level him up as well. I think I might like this one. Although I do like using spells. But 50 mana is basically giving up on maybe 1 immobilize. maybe 2, depending on how the other math works out. I think it's like the raw stat of the staff damage is going to be worth it. But I want to level him up before then. I think we can get him to level 4. We don't have the void knots. We use both of those on the big head, which I'm very happy about. The defensive stat, I think, works wonders. I like playing the tanky monkey. Now, have we touched this shrine? I don't think so. Oh no, we've been here. The small creek of no worries. Like so far, let's see. In this valley. Okay, so these are the only 2. We basically got the entrance one and then this one. Oh, this is a good place where we can level up that spirit that we just got. Yeah, I like this one quite a bit. Let's see. Oh, I do wonder if we're gonna lose more mana as we level him up, but we can get him to level 4, and then I can go back out and see what the stat changes are. Oh, 75 mana now. But 7 points attack, still 2% crit, still only 1 extra percent of crit damage, and I think 1 extra point of damage, or 2 extra points of damage. But we lost 25 more mana. I guess if we're really doing like a no spell type of build, which there is actually a build for that, then he would be quite good. I wonder if we max him out, can we get at least like 3% crit chance? Did we come down from here? Oh my god, I'm lost again. I don't think so, because I think I destroyed all of these if I had walked by. Yep, and there wouldn't be a bat waiting for us. Yeah, so sometime I destroy the frozen zombies, not just because I'm greedy for like 4 points of will, but it's a good map marker to know if I've been here or not. That's a new one. No. Oh, wait, this is the entrance. We found our way back to the entrance. But why did we not destroy these? I guess they respawn, right? That's the big slippery slide. And then we went down that way. Just want to see if we missed anything behind us, because it looks like there are some enemies here. Ooh. But we've been to this little lake. Oh, but we didn't jump down, did we? Let's work our way down. There must be a gentler way of going down than just jumping. Or not. Lost half of our health. This is still not where we saw the big frog. So not only is the map big, there's multiple levels to it, right? This would be like a lower level. There are a lot of these trees here. If there is a soaking material for the alcohol, I guess this will be a good place to farm for it. Oh! Well, that's someone. He's glowing blue, so we're gonna get a transform out of him. Still trying to figure out what that is. Feel like it's a new enemy? Wait, it kind of reminds me of the fortune-telling raven that we fought from chapter 1. There's a bat. There's a bat. This is that gentler path I was talking about earlier, before we took that leap of faith. Yeah, we jumped down from there. This looks like something, too. Let me go kill that thing first. We don't have much mana. Okay, I see a lotus over there. Kind of reminds me of that raven from chapter 1. I think it is. Yep, we didn't get a new codex notification, so I think it is the Raven. Yep. The name checks out. Alright, let's see. Slight increase to frost resistance. Throws out some frost from the incense. Okay. Not interested. I'm pretty sure that Lotus is going to attack us. And so will this one, but this one's slow. Alright, we're gonna have to wait for that poison to dissipate before we collect that lotus root. Well, that's kind of cool. Now, do I have the soaking material for recovering mana when we're full health? No, we don't. Okay. Because I know I can spare a couple drinks because I can get a refill from this. Oh. You want to come back up? Because I don't want to go down with you. Oh, how did that go through so much terrain to hit me? Oh, no, no, no. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, I think we're supposed to go down. So that was not even the lowest level. I thought that was already dropping quite low. This feels like a weird place to drop to. There's a torch. Oh, this is the path. I don't think we're supposed to go down there. Oh, I might be wrong. That actually looks like a legit place. But there's going to be a gentler path than just jumping. Well, isn't it nice to have a shrine here? Probably before a big fight. Wait, Guatian? Melon farm. Melons? Mila 4? I think the condition's not met yet. Right, this looks like soil for melon farming. So if we are able to trigger whatever the requirement is for Mila to give us the help at the melon field, which in the original, not in the original novel, but like in the 1986 version TV adaptation, essentially Mila is gonna write something in our palm. The word is for like banned, forbidden, bind, depending on how you translate it, and that's used to lure the monster out into the melon field so that he can get tricked and eat one of the melons. Can we get back up without, like, is there a way to jump back up? Because if we teleport here, we will reset everything, and I would be even more lost. This is quite well hidden. We just don't have all the conditions yet. I suspect it might be... Oh, can we make this? We're gonna have to teleport now. Oh, great. Great, great, great. Okay, alright, we'll just teleport. I think the condition has to do with the 4 demonic generals. That's sort of like the hidden aspect. Well, maybe not so hidden, because you're gonna have to beat the voice to get out of the Pagoda realm earlier. We'll go back to the entrance and actually go up the proper entrance and see where that gets us. Wait, he didn't die. I actually want to turn this way, just wanted to collect that. Ah, we found the frog. Or the toad. I think they're toads. So far we fought Bo Li Ga Long, Long Li Ga Bo. They reversed the last two, first and last character. I wonder what this one's going to be called. No other small toads? Okay. Just me and you. Long Li Ga Long. Okay, they're just repeating the... Ooh, he's a frosty one. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Ooh, knockback and frost. That hurt. Throws rocks. Okay, not too bad. Oh, we got frozen. And swallowed. I don't think we die from this, but it's time to use transformation. Oh no. There we go. I don't think we have time to heal, so we're just gonna finish him up with Launcher here. If I can land a hit. Okay, we're just gonna use the charge. He's so close to dying. Where's the item? There we go. That's what we're looking for. We need to collect all of them to upgrade that particular spirit all the way up. Let's go back. That was a close one. With getting frozen a couple times and getting swallowed. Nothing else here? Just the random frog? Or toad? Still 7 more elites. 2 more disciples, 2 more generals, 1 more tentacle, and then 2 other ones. Alright, Lonely Galant. Continue from last time. Oh, for those who don't remember, the first story was the village, or in the kingdom of Hasali, there was a night market outside the city wall, and the first toad was transformed into an oil salesman, and he takes the slime off the back of toads and sell it as clear oil to the people. And then there was a traveling Buddhist, a Taoist monk, who went by and discovered that he's a transformation, alerted everyone, they chased after the first toad until they discover that the oil they've been buying from him are from toads, and everyone started throwing up, and no one basically chased after that. But the traveling Taoist monk went looking for more of these toad monsters, and then he bumped into the second one, which was the electric one. And for that one, he was using his spells, but he was getting interrupted as he was using his spell by the little flying electric things that was released by that toad. So because of that, he wasn't able to capture the second one. He escaped, and here we continue. After thinking about his defeat, he spent many years, meditating on the fight, practicing and trying to get better, and he learned his lightning spells much more comfortable with them, where he can use them as he wish and he wouldn't get interrupted in fights. And he also captured one of the small electric I guess they would technically be tadpoles being sent out by the previous toad, and he carried it with him in his gourd. And when he was passing by this frosty mountain, he sensed that this electric spirit was hyperactive. And from this, he, deduced that there must be another frog monster in this area. So he started searching in the depth of the valley, looking for creeks, seeing where there's one of these toads. He's trying to get, revenge for his previous defeat. And then he sees this toad, our creature here, covered in snow and standing near the coast of this creek. Or I guess the shorelines of this creek. Without saying a word, he sends out a bolt of lightning or thunder at the creature. And just when he was delighted that he was gonna, finally get revenge and strike this frog, I guess they're technically using frog, gua, so I guess va, so technically it's a frog. He thought it was gonna kill the frog monster, but it jumped up into the air, avoiding this lightning strike. But the Taoist monk was not frazzled by this, as he summoned yet another strike down, but the frog was able to dodge it, and this time he jumped closer to the Taoist monk. The Taoist monk backs up for a couple steps and tries to escape, thinking that his dodge was elegant, But little did he know that this frog stretched out his leg and puffed up his chest and jumped back at him. So kind of like what he did to us when he jumped back and tried to kick. And his inflated stomach from the frog, puffing up his chest, was about to slam right into this Taoist monk. And just when he was about to send out another lightning strike, this frog opened up its mouth and a cold gust came out, and he froze right where he stood. But just when the frog was about to eat him, a couple monks came by the creek and saw someone frozen still here. So they chased away this frog monster, and thus his life was saved. So he failed once again, and we're going to see him probably fail in the next story as well. But he got saved by the monks of the temple here. Wonder if he got influenced by this temple in Yellowbrow, just like everyone else who ended up here. We did kind of get a peek of this small path when we were fighting. Wonder where this leads. Oh, there's something there. I think it's just one of the zombies. I can't grab it because there's a fight being activated. Now I can grab it. We weren't really missing a lot of health. We probably could have just used a charge attack to heal that up instead of wasting a drink because it comes out pretty much even. I think we've been here. Yep, that's the main entrance one. So we loop back. How did we loop back up? Right, we went like down a level and then we kind of came right back up. Actually, I'm not going to question the level design, but it's nice that we came back, so we know that path is like a close loop, and we're done with everything on that loop, which is this path here. Now we have the choice of going straight or going up. I'm gonna go up. I prefer these like slightly off beaten path, as you can say. Ooh. You first. He threw a snowball at us. Ooh. You came out of nowhere. That's the first one lying flat on the ground. Ah, another one of these birds. Ow. Guarding a chest. I can't even get up. I'm really frosty and really cold. I wanted to freeze him. Can't trigger the spell right. Hold on. Come on. Do that again. Not that. He's doing the tornado summon. He knocked us out of our spell. That's why the second time didn't work. I thought he was going to do the icicle summon in front of him. He flew down. Is he going to come back up? Okay, I don't like how attacks can go through terrain. Because I can't see him, and I'm supposed to still dodge his range attacks. Is he going to come back? Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay. Alright, he's gonna charge me with his head. Right? That's your next move? Maybe not this time. Yep. Okay, you stay. Tornado summon? I think so. Ow. Right at me? The chest kind of slowed him. I don't think we need to jump, but this might be it. I think this path is just for this chest. Now we're continuing back on the main path. We should be bumping to that giant. Ooh. Still didn't see him. Alright, we're gonna go down first. Grab this shrine. Ooh, we got a seed. Nice. We can go and give that back to our dragon friend. That's a new enemy type. The one that hits the gong. And that's also a new enemy over there. Let's grab this first. The Sinful Pagoda Forest. Alright, we'll take this out and then read both of their codex together. He's wearing a Buddhist cloak, the Kasaya, or Jasha. Ooh, ooh. That's technically a Taoist weapon. It's like it's designed for There's a lot of really cool weapons in this stage. We had the hook sword that non-white used. And this one's also kind of a blade catcher design. Okay, he punches pretty hard with that. Alrighty, let's check them out. Shuangdaoseng, the monk with two sabers. In the past, there was a monk with two sabers who came to visit the Lesser Thunder Temple, seeking a way to improve his saber techniques. His sabers were very average looking, so not the ones he's carrying now, I guess. But when he joined the temple, he started to get introduced to the, strange weapons that the yakshas use. So we saw some very decorative blades the yakshas have used, and he became very jealous, or not, he admires these blades. And when he was young, he's seen like a similar beautiful pair of blades, but his master, scolds him for being too 虚荣, means like seeking almost like leaning too much towards appearance. Like it's like a false sense of trying to show off in a sense. And basically, I guess his teacher will be Yellowbrow here and tells him that, saber or knife is the core to your art, to your martial art. If it's the beautiful shape that you're after, it becomes kind of, a void. It's not the right path. So he remembered this. But when he sees that the others around him are not following this path, I guess the yakshas who's using these decorative blade, deep down inside, he's kind of wavering and not really sure about his master's teaching. Then one day he went to see where the yakshas were staying and started to ask them about, beauty. It's talking about the beauty of the blade, right? Whether it's better to use a more beautiful blade or stick to the simple, uglier blades. And the yakshas, strangely enough, just answers, their answer is, if the blade is prettier, then I'm more motivated to practice harder. So how could the beauty of the blade, impair your path to seeking a more improved style? And he's still hesitant. So now he goes back into the temple to ask Bujing. So I guess this would be like the third disciple. I don't know how they translate not clean. That feels a little twisting of the meaning of Jing. But anyways, Bujing's weapon is as a shovel. It's called Jiechan. So it's not the original novel weapon of Shaseng, but it's definitely a very popular media portrayal. On one end, it's basically a shovel piece, a pretty big piece of metal with a curved blade at the end, but in the shape of basically a shovel. And on the other side, it's usually like a crescent shape. And that's the weapon. So basically, he's copying what Shaseng uses. So Bujing, as the third disciple, the foil for Shaseng, uses the same weapon. And he responds that you already have your saber form. It's already been, set. It's a thing of the past. Why are you still, debating on, the beauty of your blade? So after he heard this, he ended up abandoning his old blade. Interesting. Interesting how he came to this conclusion after going to Bujing and asking for that. And he adopted the beautiful shaped blades that the yakshas use, and he crafted 2 new ones for himself. And he's hopeful for when he can master these blades. And he learned new techniques, but because it's not the same blade he's been using for so long, all the moves that he has basically muscle memory from, it can't really use them anymore because they're very different from a traditional saber. And this made his technique full of weaknesses, like openings, right? He's trying to adapt to a new blade using some old techniques, and it's not working out. And the lesson here is, they're giving him a lesson at the end. In the spring, things, give birth. The spring gives birth. The summer is when you grow. The fall is when you harvest. The winter is when you store. This is the way of all things in nature. There's an order and timing to things, and there's a time to gain things, and there's a time to give things. So if you don't follow your natural way, things will be much more difficult. Basically lamenting that he's adapting a new thing using an old style. We also have, Yin Ke-seng, the monk who greets the guests. Wait, this is a monkey. Wait. Okay. Many years ago, when Mount Huaguo was destroyed, I guess this is when Wukong fell at the beginning of the prologue, Chikao Ma Hou, this is the monkey we fought earlier, or we fought twice already in this stage, the one with the blade. He left the mountain with some of his followers. So in the original novel, Wukong has 4 generals, and 2 of the generals are Chikao Ma Hou. This is like a breed of monkey, a certain breed. There's supposedly 4 breeds who are seen as more cultivated monkeys, so they're more skilled. And Wukong's one type. Wukong is the Ling Shi, the spirited rock. And then there's the 6 year, which is like the false Wukong from the story. And the other two, one is the Chikao Mahou, which is this type of monkey. And the other type is Tongbi, so like the long arm monkey. And he had, these are breeds, so he has more than one of these. Wukong's case, on Mount Huaguo, there were two of these monkeys, and there were two of the long arm ones. And these four he made into his top generals, and they helped train and drill the other monkeys and form sort of the army or the guards for Mount Huaguo. But after Wukong's death, this particular one that we fought earlier left the mountain with some of his troops, and they're hoping to find a new place where they can continue to cultivate. And their path took them to Huoyanshan, the Mountain of Flames, which was the place where I talked about we need the fan to calm down the fire on the ground. And they wanted to make a home there, which I guess kind of makes sense because the demon Bull King who rules that area was a sworn brother of Wukong, and they were like cave lords that were nearby, so like they know each other and they would be friendly to each other. But after a while, within the group of monkey that he took, there was a plague that took many of them. Oh, wow. So he ordered his troops to throw the monkeys who caught the plague down the deep valley, right? So that it doesn't spread to the rest of them. But the cruelty of this command made most of the monkey fear him, and many started to leave him, and they started to seek refuge elsewhere. And they traveled along different cities, living amongst the mortals. Some of them became I think they transform into a human, and they also bring a little monkey with them, so they perform little shows on the street of like basically monkey tamer shows, because they are monkeys themselves, and they can use these shows to gather some money so they can continue their travels, feed themselves. But unfortunately, like most shows that you do on the street, like you sometimes get street artists, a lot of people come watch, but after they watch, they don't really pay. Not many people offer a little bit of donations to the show, and this led to many of them being constantly hungry. Then one day, one of the monkey had a interesting idea. Why don't we use the show as bait? Gather up the watching the people on the road so they come watch, and then we try to rob them. So this group of monkeys started to get a gong, and they would like ring the gong and be like, we're about to have a show, right? So basically, you make the sound to alert people to an event. And after they gather up a crowd, they start killing the people in the crowd, taking their clothes, taking their wealth, and then moving on to the next city. And this is how they sustained themselves until they made their way to the lesser Western world. And they heard that their former general, the Chikao Mahou, is cultivating here. So they decided to join him again, and they, became disciples of the Yellow Brow. And then the general, feeling a little sorry for his troop because he tossed the ones with the plague down and scaring most of them to leave, he stopped. He couldn't really face these group. They've been through a lot to get here. So he started to ignore them. Right? He couldn't face them, so he decided to ignore them. But this made the other monkeys even more angry. And but because they didn't have the skills to match, so they can't fight the general. They're not as skilled as the general. So they decided to pick the job of the welcoming monk, and they have the gongs, and they can use it to alert the other monsters on patrol. And and in their mind, they want to wait every day. They want to wait until they find this monkey so that they can hit the gong and summon the patrolling monsters to fight him and beat him up for once. So they still hate their general, but they can't beat them up by themselves, and they're just here taking a low tier job. All right, we are next to a save point here. Oh, there's a collectible, and I think we can end our episode. This is a giant map, and there's much to explore. We know there's 2 more disciples. We know there's 2 more demon generals. Oh, so cold. Who is saying this? Give me fire? Fire? Oh. Is this the guy we rescued earlier? who gave us the riddle for the watermelon? He wants a fire. He wants... I don't think... I don't think he means, like, us starting off... is there an item we can give him? Like, I was thinking maybe we can transform into the rat and blow fire on him, but I don't think that's... I don't think that's an interaction that makes sense. But I think we gotta help him. Oh my god, there's a lot of people here. That doesn't really look like a monkey. Like, sure, you shave your head when you become a monk, but it feels like you shaved everything. Ah. I'm out of stamina. I can't really dodge. Alright, we're just going to end our episode here. We'll come back and figure out how to get him a fire, because I think that is going to be important. I think since he is the one who gave us the first riddle about the watermelon, helping him should get us more clues on how to go to the watermelon field that we did find, and maybe actually get Mila to show up there. So, until next time, bye!